Brighten up your day, your home and family
So we are back here in the house. Gregory Harrison is here today. We're going to talk about the new movie he has on Hallmark Movie Channel, which is coming out in a little bit. But there is some hair snipping going on around here somewhere, I can tell. Rosanna, where are you?
Rosano.
Rosanna.
How are you? Ciao, Christina.
There you are.
Ciao.
Okay.
What are you doing? What's happening in the bedroom?
Well, I'm here with Massimo, which is our style director in the Beverly Hills Salon, and he's taking care with our technique that he can show to you now, following the natural force of the hair, and going into the hair with this special scissor that I designed, and only cutting the 18–20% of the hair just to texturize the hair and give volume, softness, and give the natural force.
Well, wonderful.
I want to take a look at those scissors later.
Yeah, we're going to get into that later on. So you keep up the good work.
Yes.
And we'll get back to the hair follicles later
Well,
on.
I can't wait to see how Kate turns out, so that'll be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Massimo,
Baby.
and
Ciao,
yes.
Okay, actor Gregory Harrison, as we were saying, is here, and we're chatting today. You play a doctor in this role, don't you? Dr. Gonzo, is it?
Not in this role.
No, I'm sorry.
Dr. Gunn.
That was 30 years ago. You're taking me back.
I was thinking about getting my hair cut back there. I had a flashback. No, so you play the doctor in that, but in this you're playing a businessman, a successful businessman.
Yes.
Who is good, not evil or bad, as you are comfortable playing these days. So after all these years, it's the movie that is out. Tell us a little bit more about this guy, because he's successful, he's a nice guy. Is he likable?
Yes, I think he's likable, yeah. And she's, Wendy Malick's character is reluctant to go to him. They had an old romance years and years and years ago that died an unhappy death. And now that she's in trouble, she's really run out of people to reach out to.
Well, let's explain why she's in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do a
She was here yesterday, so
no,
she spilled the beans that there's been a tragic event to her husband in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not giving that away.
Okay, and she's the main suspect.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
And so she's trying to prove her own innocence.
You believe her.
And I do believe her. Yeah.
You do? Okay.
You want to help her.
I do believe her, and I do try to help her.
Right.
And sort of begrudgingly at first, but then, the ice gets rebroken, and we start to remember why we liked each other originally long, long ago. And I'm a married guy, but my wife is not being...
Are you harboring a fugitive?
I am harboring a fugitive, yes.
Yes.
But we have a lot of fun. It's mostly just me trying to help Wendy get various things accomplished, various pieces of information she needs, leaning on people, using some of my influence to make those things happen, and
well, it looked like it was a serious subject, but we were laughing at some of the scenes that she had. Is it a little bit of both? A little comedy?
It is a little bit of both. I think it leans more towards the comedy than it does towards the drama, but it is a combination.
We have a snippet from the film. Do you know this scene, or should we just go right to it? Do you know what this particular one is?
I'm not positive. I think it's a hotel room scene where we've gotten together for me to try and to wait out some time while I try to get some more information. So we're just sitting and talking after I've been on the phone with my ex-wife.
Sitting and talking in a hotel room.
Yes,
just
indeed.
Okay,
it's
I'll
all
buy
very
that.
innocent at this point.
I'll buy. Okay, let's take a look.
Anyway, my life is my own. I have a wife when I need one.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'll get you in jail.
What, you think this is funny? I just had this suit made for me in London. God, I sound like Joan.
Oh.
Shoot me now.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I only do stabbings. Oh.
What are we laughing at? I'm walking through life embalmed, and you're an accused killer on the lam.
That's true, but... Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you enjoy the play?
Best show in town.
What a cute moment. What a cute moment.
You guys fall in love again. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Tell me, I know you're not. I know.
How did you find working with Wendy?
I love working with Wendy.
Yeah.
I had done a Hot in Cleveland a couple of years ago with her, and we played I came in to flirt with her, and And we had such a good time in that she was already signed up for this movie, and they were suggesting people, and she threw my name in the ring. Yeah, so I owe her.
Yeah.
But she was right, and we have good chemistry, and we get along great, and it was great sharing the camera with her.
You love theater as well. And
I do, yeah.
And over the years, you've done a lot of theater. Do you prefer doing that to doing acting roles in film and television?
I love doing theater, but I have 4 children, and I also like getting a paycheck. So theater usually doesn't supply much of that.
Yeah.
How old are your children?
My oldest daughter is 27, Emma.
Wow.
Lily's 24, Kate's 22, and Quinn's 21. 3 girls and a boy.
How did it start for you, the acting? Was there a bug that, like, you went with?
Yeah, I had an epiphany. I mean, I grew up in Catalina Island. I was, you know, a little idyllic childhood, but they have one movie theater there, and I used to go to movies as a little boy, and I was mesmerized by films, and I always thought it was some kind of magic that was beyond mere mortals. And then one day, they came over to shoot a movie on my dad's boat, the glass-bottom boat. My dad and my grandfather both. My grandfather started the glass-bottom boats over there. So they shot a movie on my dad's boat the movie was called The Glass-Bottom Boat, and there's my dad right there.
Oh, look at that.
And this was his wintertime glass-bottom boat, and I got to stand, while they were filming on this boat, I would stand next to my dad and watch him film. And I realized, watching Doris Day and Rod Taylor play scenes, that there was no magic involved. It was just a craft like other crafts and complicated puzzle making, and I could do it. And I decided right then and there I would be an actor.
How was it? Because you grew up, for those who don't know about Catalina Island, it's just off the coast, about 26 miles or so.
26 miles across the sea.
How was it spending, your entire childhood, your whole life growing up there, to leave and come over here?
Well, until I was about 16, it was the most wonderful place in the world, and then something happened, and the island didn't change at all, but I did. And from 16 to 18, I couldn't wait to get off the island. It was like a click had happened in my brain, and it became a prison. So it's a wonderful place. I love going back. I still have the house I inherited that I grew up in.
Sure.
But
and nice memories too.
And really nice memories. But I was glad to get off.
And musicals as well. We talked about the theater side of things, but musicals. You do that as I do.
I love to sing.
Was that?
I've already sung in this interview. I'll find any audience.
Did it start with in the shower and go from there, or did you realize somebody said you?
Pretty much. No, nobody ever said that to me. I just kept trying and kept practicing, and then I became successful in television and some movies, and then I found theater and doing musicals on stage on Broadway. And I've done 3 Broadway musicals and probably 10 or 12 musicals overall in my career now.
Well, we look forward to watching your movie. It's this Saturday, April the 20th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Hallmark Movie Channel.
Indeed.
Thank you so much for
my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Interesting to meet somebody who grew up on Catalina Island.